at the very least, I figured I'd put on a different shirt for editing Darby to be like, hey, this is the first August vlog. And you know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to turn August into 2 vlogs again like I did for July. I really very much like that. And then September is going to be 1 vlog, October is going to be 1 vlog, November will be 1 vlog, and like December will be 1 vlog. Just up until like I'm done my 6 classes. I don't even know if I'm going to end up vlogging the whole time just because there's a lot going on. But welcome to August. One of the best months of the year. It's smoky. I am dying. I'm taking my allergy pills like 3 times a day. It's a whole thing, okay? We are just going through the motions. I was kind of in a reading slump at the end of July, so I was starting different books. But now that August is here, there's no readathons. There's nothing holding me to reading certain books. So I think I really still want to finish the books that I had planned for July because they were like readathon ones and I never finished them, but I would like to carry on with those ones because I think it would be really nice. There might be 3, maybe 4 that I don't because I'm just like, you know, like I want to finish the readathons in my own time, but like I have a lot of other books that I've been planning to read this year and like finishing a bunch of series or catching up with a bunch of series this year that I would like to also focus on. So maybe not this month, but maybe next month I'll get to those ones. There was like maybe one I think I have the audiobook for that I was really excited for that I definitely will continue on. But we're gonna go over what I was reading when July ended and August started, as well as the book that I did start this month, because also one of my things that I want to do is read a bunch of books that are kind of at the bottom of my TBR, ones that I don't really care about, to the fact where I think I want to unhaul them. So I would like to give them all a chance, like maybe a couple of chapters to see if I get into them, and then if I'm not into them, I'll unhaul them. Or if I'm into them, I'll keep reading them and see how the outcome was. If the outcome is like really good, then I'll keep them. If the outcome is really bad, then I will unhaul them because I just really don't care about those books and I want to get rid of them. And I'm very much in this summer clearing out my space, getting rid of stuff, donating books. I have a massive pile of books downstairs that I would like to unhaul and just like donate and get rid of. Like I don't even need anymore. I would have really liked to have done a garage sale and tried to sell some of them because I do have like completed series and stuff, which I think a lot of people would really like. But it like garage sale season is over. I've done it too late. So maybe next year, I don't know, we'll see. Or maybe I'll go find little libraries and put them in there because those are always appreciated. Except for I have the entire House of Night series, so I'm just gonna give that one to like Value Village because that's a lot. Books that I'm reading currently. There is still 2 buddy reads that I'm participating in. I've been doing that for like a really long time. We just like forget to read all the time. But I did start a new book in August and I am actually thoroughly enjoying it so far. Like not like enjoying it, but like about here enjoying it. And that is Lucid. This is by Arlene Schultz and Ron Bass. This has been sitting on my shelf forever. I like took off the sticker and it was like, ugh, gross. This one is like, I feel like so old that I didn't even find this cover in hardcover version on Goodreads and like the different editions. Like this just doesn't exist in the editions. This was published in 2012, so it's like not that bad, but I've also had it literally for ages. If I saw this now, I would not pick it up in the store. This is definitely something I'm pretty sure I bought I'm pretty sure I bought it at Indigo, but I definitely bought it like in high school and went, holy crap, that looks cool. I think that what really got my attention was that there was 2 authors and like that wasn't a thing that I was looking for in high school, but I'm actually enjoying it a lot more than I thought it was. There is this other graphic novel that I read an intro to when I was in high school. There was like a comic book app that had graphic novels and stuff that I was trying to read, and I read like a lot of graphic novels and comic books in high school on this app like ages ago, and the first chapter of this graphic novel was on there for free and it was called Dreamless. I'll insert a picture of it here of what it looks like because I know what it looks like and I found it on Amazon, but I cannot purchase it. But the concept of that graphic novel that I really loved and would love to purchase, so if anybody knows where I can buy it, is kind of similar to this in a way. So the graphic novel is way better in my opinion, even though I read only the first chapter, like I need to read the rest, is there is an American woman and a Japanese man, and when they fall asleep they dream what the other person is seeing during the day. And the Japanese man is like in war, so he's awake for more hours of the day, so the woman loves to sleep for more hours of the day, and people think she has a problem, but really she's just living his life with him kind of thing, and vice versa. When he sleeps, he can live in her life, and they go like kind of back and forth. And it was like a really interesting concept because they're either having too much sleep or sleep deprived or whatever, because when they both sleep at the same time, if they sleep at the same time during the day, they don't see anything and they don't dream, and they instantly like wake up and they're like, holy crap, and they know each other exist, and they're basically falling in love with each other the whole time, and it's really beautiful and amazing, and I really want to read the rest of it because it was like such a good first chapter. Meanwhile, this one, Lucid, there are two characters. There is Sloane and Maggie, and Sloane and Maggie both live in America. Maggie is like the all-American girl. She is an upcoming actress. She's been in a bunch of stuff. Like, she's about to have her breakthrough. Everything's going amazing. And Sloane is just your typical teenager. She goes to high school. She has her friends. There's nothing really interesting going on in her life. Her family is stable, whereas like Maggie's family, she kind of takes care of her sister while her mom doesn't really do anything. So they kind of live like opposite lives. A little bit more like they kind of wish they had some aspects of each other's life, because when they sleep they dream what the other person did during the day. So Sloane dreams of what Maggie did during the day, her whole day, and Maggie dreams what Sloane did her whole entire day, and they kind of just swap, but they don't have to like be asleep at the same time to see what they're doing. And Maggie has admitted that she did go looking for Sloane when she was a little kid with her dad. They actually went to where she believed Sloane's house was and couldn't find her anywhere. So I'm very interested to see if they do end up showing up and like meeting each other, because both of them are very afraid that the other one doesn't exist, because it's like this fantasy world of things that they would love to do, just living in the other person's life, which is like really cool and really interesting. And I'm only like, I got to page 69, so I'm on chapter 6, and it goes back and forth between the two girls' point of views, and I really like it so far. It's genuinely really good, so we'll see how that goes. But this is what I started in August. The other books that I'm reading are just, you know, I have so many. There's a whole stack down there I forgot about. Oh my god. Oh, this is a lot. I don't remember what it's called. Where's my phone? I have so many things on Libby right now, it's not even funny. Let's go through what I have on Libby first. So I do have Lucid on Libby. I do like the audiobook. It's very fun. I am also trying to, by the end of today, because today is August 3rd. I haven't changed my calendar yet. Silence Fallen by Patricia Briggs. I am 14% of the way through this so far, and I'm really liking it. I love Patricia Briggs. I love the Mercy Thompson series. It's amazing. Other ones that I do have that I have started. Oh my gosh. This is so many. So Silence Fallen is kind of like the one that I want to get done today, because one person is waiting for it and it's due in 4 days. The other two that I really need to get to but I haven't started yet are Spin the Dawn, which 7 people are waiting, but it's due in 17 days, so I have more time for that one. And this one is due in 9 days, and 5 people are waiting, is My Contrary Mary. I'm really excited for this one. I kind of want to do it like on a day where I have a lot of time to read it. But anyways, I also have, that I have not started yet and nobody is waiting, Beautiful Redemption, the final Beautiful Creatures book. Very excited for that one. And A Wicked Magic, which is the prettiest book I ever owned and I know nothing about, so don't ask me, but I have it. I also have, what I have started is I Hunt Killers. I am like chapter 3, 24 pages. This is my second attempt at reading this, and I need the audiobook to help me, so I have the audiobook. Basically, the main character so far, Jazz, is the son of the most infamous serial killer. And dear old dad did take your son to work day, and now Jazz really wants to help the policeman solve crimes, and he's like 16, 15, and they're like, no, no, no. You know how bad that looks if you're helping? Yeah, so it's a crazy time so far. Again, though, my second attempt at reading it, so we'll see how it goes. Books left over from like May that I never finished, or actually, no, we're still talking about. I also got the audiobook for The Troop, which I'm very scared to read. I don't know if I'll listen to it or not. I'm on page 43. I might listen to it, but I have the audiobook on Libby, so we'll see how that goes. I have started it though. So that's pretty much all the books I have on Libby right now, which is a lot. I have 9 loans. Oh my gosh. Other books that I started, The Lovely Bones, I would like to sit down and enjoy as well, and Sorcery of Thorns, I am only on chapter 2. I'm listening to the audiobook for this one though, reading this one. I also said on Goodreads that I started Scythe, but I technically haven't started it. I was going to read it with Dimitri and both of us got really busy, even though I was like, hey, I'm starting this. I forgot. Books that I carried over from May, because June was like my read 30 books in 30 days challenge, and July was a bunch of readathons that I failed miserably at. So I'm going back to May of the books that I started and never finished. The most important one to me is The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon. I am on page 388, okay? Like, I made it a good chunk of the way through this. I would love to finish this so much. It only goes to about here, so 526. Like, I have just over 100 pages left. I need to finish this. I would like to finish this sooner rather than later. But I also need to get through the ones on Libby first, and then I'll get to this. Another one that I started the audiobook for just on a whim. It was like the last day of May, and I was a stupid idiot, and I was like, you know what, let's start an audiobook. And I got to chapter 9, which is page 47, and it is The Testaments by Margaret Atwood. I really like it so far, but like, this is my last priority on my current reads. Another really low priority, mostly because I'm sick of Twilight. But I really need to finish it, is Life and Death by Stephanie Meyer. I really don't have a whole lot left because I got to chapter 11. Okay, it looks like a lot, but I swear, the book ends like right here. So there's only this much left. Like, I'm literally like almost halfway through. It's not that bad. So, it is upside down, yes, but I am waiting for the audiobook to come back. I am highlighting bits about it, and I am ready to film a video. Hopefully. Oh my gosh. There's so much going on. And then the other one that I would really like to finish this month with my buddy reads is Shadow and Bone, because I'm really interested in this. There's also a bunch of other books on this TBR for this month. TBR. I don't tell you guys my TBR because I know that I will rebel against it and I won't actually do it. But I would like to read this month, so we'll see. So today my goal is Silence Fallen. I'm 14% of the way through it. It's going good. I'm loving it. There's my audiobook. And then we'll move on to other things, as the dog says, apparently. One other thing. I also would really like to just like speed through Saga Volume 1 just to get it all over and done with. So we'll see if that happens. But I also am very much in the mood to reorganize all of my books again. So we'll see how that goes. Good luck to me, I guess. Dang. See you in a minute. That was like the longest intro ever. I'm so sorry. Don't mind me. I just look insane. I didn't realize how much like I needed to talk about this book until I was like sitting here after the shower being like, I have a lot of thoughts. So Lucid, which I was really excited about because of that comic that I read, Dreamless, is like very different. Obviously it's gonna be very different. It's like 2 different authors, whatever. A little frustrating. Right now it's sitting at like a 3-star for me. It has the possibility to go up or down from that position, or probably stay where it is. I either think it's gonna be a 3 or 2 depending on where it goes. I am currently on page 240, so I've read most of it. But just to talk about it a bit more, so I did mention first off that Maggie did go investigate Sloane to see if she was real, but Sloane has never mentioned that she went to go see Maggie or even investigated Maggie, which makes no sense to me because Maggie's an actress. Like, she's actually been in some things, she's had lines, she's been on screen. So Sloane would have, like, if I was Sloane, I would want to go watch those things to see, first of all, if they exist in this world, because they should be in the same world. Or second of all, like, if I could see if Maggie was real. Does that make sense? At least, like, that's what I would want to investigate if I was Sloane. But Maggie is pretty convinced that she's made up Sloane. And they can't hear each other's thoughts at all, which I do think is cool. They just, like, watch their lives from their eyes. So Maggie doesn't know that Sloane is upset with her at, like, times. And like has no idea, I guess, that Maggie tried to find her. I think, like, I don't think it was like said, but Maggie tells other people about Sloane, including her shrink, when they want to like look her up. I know Sloane is like from a small town and stuff, but and probably doesn't have any social media, but like Sloane holds all the power to go figure out if Maggie is real and can probably find her. And if Sloane realizes, hey, Maggie is real, then Maggie will realize, hey, Sloane is actually real. And both of them just think they're absolutely crazy. And maybe one of them is. Maybe one of them is making up this other life. But I also have questions because I don't know who wrote which character. I don't know if they each picked a character or if they worked together when Arlene Schultz and Ron Bass wrote this. Because in Sloane's like world, she likes this guy James and she's like hooked on him from the start. And like they're kind of both going through like a love triangle in a really weird way. But Sloane's James, the dude character, changes drastically from the first day that we meet him, because he's a new kid, to like when they start dating. His personality is completely different. He sounds different. He's not as like even close to the same person. He like literally did a complete 180 and completely changed this character, and he's like not the same. And I liked him better when he was like this weird mysterious person who was very smart talking and stuff, because it like literally 180 flipped him around and now he's like a stupid idiot. Like I don't understand the change in that, so I kind of like really frustrated with that. And I like both of their romances like a little bit. I like Maggie that she's falling in love with her best friend. She's like, oh my god, I love my best friend. And I like that Sloane has like tried to with her best friend, but then it's like, oh wait, I really like James, but James is like lying to her, and it's like kind of a little bit sketchy. But now he's not lying to her, so it's a little bit confusing. I understand like it's gonna be like that, like they need some entertainment in the book or whatever, but like the lack of how much Maggie or Sloane think about each other too is kind of bothering me. So like here's like my 4-minute rant on what the heck is going on. But I want to know what happened, so I'm gonna keep reading. But I'm very much at a point where I don't know if I'm gonna keep this book or not. I don't think I'm gonna keep this book. I'm probably gonna unhaul it because I don't know. I'm just having like a lot of issues. Like I like the concept a lot, but it wasn't executed nicely, and I think that it could have probably been a lot better. I understand the point is to make them think that they're crazy and just live their lives normally. Maybe one of them is. We'll find out near the end, but like I don't know, I'm having a lot of difficulty with it, as you can tell, as I'm freshly out of the shower ranting to you in my pajamas with weird eye makeup, whatever. But yeah, so those are like my thoughts right now, because I really don't know how I feel about it. I really don't. We're going to find out. Don't mind me, I just have like pimple things all over the place. Welcome to Saturday morning. We're like a week into August. I still haven't changed my calendar, of course, obviously. But I'm going to talk to you about what I'm reading. So I finished Lucid. Obviously, like, the outcome of this book is like not what you really want it to be. There is no fantastical fantasy element. It is just somebody who's crazy. And I'm not going to give anything away, or try not to give anything away, but I was kind of disappointed that Sloane and Maggie were not two separate girls. So I will just say that I gave it 3 stars. It was still very enjoyable, and I liked kind of the crazy bits of it, but I kind of wish they were 2 separate girls. I wish there was some weird supernatural element to it, but that's just how I am as a person. All the reviews that I was reading for it were, a lot of people really liked this. So I mean, if you want something mind-bending, definitely mind-bending, because the end of the book was just kind of like, wait. One of those kind of endings, which was why I got 3 stars instead of 2. But that was that. I've also been trying to get through the Bone season, but I've only read like 5 pages this week because I brought it with me to work and I would like to finish it. I literally don't have that much left. I just need to, like, I just need some time to sit down and actually read it, and then I think it will be perfectly fine, you know? And then the other thing that I'm kind of getting through today, I am making crepes and working on my essay and listening to the audiobook for this one, because the audiobook for this one, it says I can't renew it because my library got rid of it, which is super weird, so it's like due in 2 days, but I think I can finish it today, and it is A Wicked Magic by Sasha Lawrence. And this one, I'm actually super interested in this. Not only is the cover like really pretty, but the storyline so far is like really cool. It has some I want to say true crime, but I don't think that's the word. It has some like real elements to it that I am interested in, like real life learning about and stuff. So I really like that. Basically, these 2 girls, Dan and Liz, have found this black book of magic, and they activated the book to give them magic, and then something happened and Liz's boyfriend Johnny has disappeared into some other dimension. Some demon came and took him, and they haven't talked about it in like 10 months. They haven't been friends. They kind of gave up on each other, and they've just been living their lives. Dan gave up on magic, but she holds the black book for safekeeping, whereas Liz is like, no, I'm not giving up on magic. I need to find Johnny. We need to fix this, even though they know what happened to him. He got taken by a demon, and they don't even know if he was alive or dead. There's also this other girl, Alexis, who became friends with Dan after Liz moved to a different school. I'm just trying to remember their names because I've been listening to it for like an hour or so, and I gotta remember the names, so that's why I keep looking at the back, because they're all there. But Alexis lives with her aunt, and Alexis' aunt is an investigator of sorts, but she's investigating a cult, and all of the stuff that she's doing with that is very interesting to me and super cool, and I'm like interested to know more about that, because there are certain things with her spirituality that Alexis is like, and I'm like, this is really cool. So there are very much like real elements with like cults in here, which are obviously bad, and then there are tarot card stuff, and then like mythical stuff. So like 3 things that I'm already really liking, but we'll see how it goes to see if it's going to be something I absolutely love or something that is just a really good book that I may pick up another time, you know? But also the cover, like I can't get over how pretty this book is. I will never get over how pretty this book is, because whoever made this cover, like you won at life here. It's so pretty. I literally only bought this for the cover and the fact that it said A Wicked Magic is the title, but you know, but I'm enjoying it so far. I think I have like an hour and a half left of listening at the speed I'm going at, which is at 265. I've reduced it recently, but that's fine. So hopefully this will be done today. If not, it'll be done tomorrow, because I'm gonna run out of it, because I am on page 108. I'm about that far so far, which is nice. I'm very much enjoying it. But yeah, that's my update. And for the Bone season, the part that I'm at is like the most important part. This book is not what I expected, and I think I said that already, like, but I also haven't read it since like May. So the Bone season takes place in like kind of an alternate reality. We're back in like the 1800s. Some portals open to another world, and the stuff that came through was not great, but everybody kind of got powers, clairvoyance powers. And our main character, oh my gosh, I don't even remember her name, Paige, is one of the most powerful clairvoyants, and she gets kidnapped and brought out of the city to these the people that came through the portal, and they're like, holy shit, you're actually really great. And the one girl, don't remember her name, the evil lady, she is the blood something, the blood queen. I want to call her blood queen, but she's not called the queen, she's the something else. She is like, I want to steal Paige's powers for my own, and we're just at the point where she's pretty much going to steal Paige's powers, or Paige and everybody else who lives there is going to escape. So there's like a whole bunch more. It's all super complicated, lots of things to remember. The world building is incredible. Everything in this is insane. But I'm interested to see what happens in this book, because there are at least 2 more books. I know that I think the 4th book was just released or whatever. But I can't find the next 2 at the store, which is irritating, and I'm having a great time, but that's where I'm at. And this is like really, really good. The plans so far, that's what I'm working on, you know? Oh well. That doesn't just describe my day. Unfortunately, it is time to get one last look at the shittiest green hair you ever did see. Oh, I'm sad. Bye. This is already dying. Okay. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Yeah. I think this is gonna help me get a job. I hope so. This is what I'm aiming for with this hair. So, we made it. I think last time I talked to you about books, I was reading A Wicked Magic, right? I hope so. If not, I'm gonna have to cut this all out. I am very much appreciating that there's a lot of more magical girls where they find their own witchy magic and it's not seen as like a terrible thing. In this one, there's a bit of it, but I like that there's a lot more books kind of with that theme in them, and then at the end there happens to be a sapphic romance, and I very much like appreciate that in like 2 books I've read this year so far that I've actually genuinely tried. But I think most of them came out last year or this year. There's a bunch of like magical witchy girl books, and I think it's super awesome, and I probably would have really liked to read this like as a kid, so I rated it 4 stars. The cult thing was like a little bit differently because they're actually trying to raise a magical demon who's been trapped somewhere, so there's a lot more plot than we think, and it was very good. I liked it a lot. And the other book that I've been kind of reading, I'm almost done, I'm probably gonna finish it today, is The Troop by Nick Cutter. This one, I'm on page 234. This is really gross. This is super gross. Somebody told me that they cried every time they thought about the turtle scene, and the turtle scene is also very upsetting, but I didn't like cry or anything with it. Kind of what upsets me is that one of the boys in the scout group, because this is a scout group that's on an island, and some man showed up and he had a disease, and he's like that disease is slowly passing around to the scout group. Obviously the scoutmaster got it first because he's a doctor, and I don't want to like spoil it like too much because I think that not knowing what it is and like what's going around before you go in here is like way better. But one of the boys is basically a psychopath, and that's revealed really early on, that this guy has like no emotions, he doesn't care, he like kills small animals, blah blah blah, and he is kind of tormenting his fellow scoutmates, and it's kind of like really disgusting. And the thing that he did before like this, I like literally wanted to barf. It was so gross. I was like, don't do that. But anyways, I do plan on getting more Nick Cutter books. There are options in the front because I definitely think I would like them, but this is just makes me want to barf, and it's gross. But I'm going to finish it because I want to know what happens. I want to know. Like I have so many questions still. I want to know who lives and who doesn't. So that's what I'm currently reading. When this finishes, I don't know what I'm going to pick up yet. We'll figure it out, I think. So, but really gross. I got the heebie-jeebies yesterday. I like putting my camera like on my bed like this because I feel like you guys are sitting with me and we're just gossiping at a sleepover, and that's how I feel. Which is why I've been doing it a lot more recently, because I think it's very cute that I'm sitting here cross-legged like, hey, these are the books I'm reading. I finished I Hunt Killers by Barry Lyga. I like this a lot more than I thought I was, to the point where I kind of want to buy the other books. I kind of want to read them, listen to the audiobook first, and then decide if I really want them, but it's like some stupid, cheesy true crime book that a teenager wrote, even though I know it's not, but that's what it feels like, and I very much appreciate that. It feels like super like 16-year-old, 15-year-old wrote this, but I know they didn't, which I kind of appreciated a lot. It like really fit the vibes because the main character, Jazz's dad, was like the most notorious serial killer in the US or something, and everybody just thinks he's going to take after him, but instead he's like, nah, I'm going to take down this other serial killer that's copying my dad right now. And it was like really cool. So he reflects a lot on what his past was, like growing up with his dad and like stuff that happened, and it's like really, really nice. And I think I appreciated this more because I've gotten a lot more into true crime with like BuzzFeed Unsolved and Bailey Sarian and all those YouTubers that make all those videos. That I feel like the fact that I've listened to those and watched those videos a lot more, that I appreciated the concept for this a little bit more. So I gave it 4 stars because it's a lot of like profiling, and Jazz does a lot of figuring out what the serial killer would be thinking because they're trying to copy his dad. So he's like, what was my dad thinking in this point? So it's like crazy, really cool. I also kind of only read 1 chapter of the Bone season. I really, really want to finish this week. I'm on page 404 out of, because this is a short story. Oh my god, I really don't have that much left. I have like 50 pages left. What the heck? And then there's like a short story in the back. The Pale Dreamer short story is all this. Like, this is nothing. Okay, I'm probably gonna finish this like today or tomorrow. I really want to. But in the meantime, the good news is that Book Roast did her magical readathon and like updated it and posted it today. I like was so excited when I saw that yesterday. I was like, set a reminder. If you haven't like seen it, I'm not gonna show you a whole lot because you should go watch her video, and I will link it below because obviously I'm gonna participate. There is like a whole map and everything that they created, and my printer is in black and white, so hers look way better than this. I just have a black and white printer, so I printed out all of the stuff in like the full size, and then I printed again in the A5 size so that I can put it into my reading journal, like which pages I really want. And so now it's just kind of picking where I'm from, like creating my character just like a little bit. There's not a whole lot of creating character, but there are like a couple prompts. So you have until like April 2022 to create your character and do this part of the readathon before like you go to school in April, is how she set it up. And the novice path is just kind of going through a different map. There's so many maps. Oh my gosh, I love it. I'm doing prompts for the map. Obviously I'm going to try and do all the prompts, even though you really have to read 2 books is what she said. Is this a blank page? Oh no, it's not a blank page. Where is the map? I know I printed it off. Maybe I didn't print it off in A5. I can go back and do that. Yeah, this other map here is the one with all the prompts on it to get to where you're going. And then novice path is on like the traveler's key right there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 prompts, and then you can incorporate choices into your future reading list or add it to your September one. So there is like a background, you can pick wildling or urban, and then there's like which province you're from, and then your heritage is like which race you are. And it's kind of like I'm seeing like a lot of D&D similarities, but also not really. And I just want to go through like the brief history of the country she created and the world she created so that I can pick like, what do I want? Do I want to be a human or an elf or an earthling? Honestly, earthling calls to me because I like elemental things, but like I kind of want to go off the rails and do something completely different because my D&D character is a genasi. So, but if I do pick that, I won't pick fire. I'll pick something else because I picked fire for my genasi. So just saying, that's what I have. But anyways, so this is my plan, is to do my bullet journaling. I know we're only like halfway through August, and like I should leave myself like extra space in there, but I kind of just want to make my September spread so that I can put these in here. So we'll see, and then like pick all my books for September now that this readathon's in there. My plan for like the rest of August is still just to finish what's on my current reads, but I do have a book on Libby, and I think that's what I'm going to pick up today, and it is Beautiful Redemption. And I really like this because it's like the last book in the series, so I want to get through this. So these are kind of like my plans today, but I also shouldn't be doing that. I should be reading something that's on my TBR. So I don't know. I have this one, but, or something that's on my current reads. I don't even know how many books I still have in my current reads. It was at like 12 earlier. I mean, like, finishing the Bone season will definitely help that, but it's like I'm sitting there reading it. And now that I know there's only 50 pages left, I'm very motivated all of a sudden. I have The Lovely Bones, I have Sorcery of Thorns, Scythe, but I'm not starting Scythe until September, so maybe I'll find a prompt for it here. I technically haven't started it, so like it's fine. The Testaments, The Bone Season, Shadow and Bone, which is a buddy read, Life and Death, and then Red, White, and Royal Blue, which is also a buddy read. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's like 5 more books I gotta finish. I mean, yeah, that means I could set up my bullet journal. Anyways, I will show you guys when it is revealed because like I'm so excited. Like I already printed out all the pages. We'll just do that and I'll like read everything and figure out what I want to do. I think then if I'm going to listen to an audiobook, I will listen to Sorcery of Thorns. Let me grab it one sec. Maybe not. Okay, never mind. There's like 2 options because I have the audiobook on Audible for both of Sorcery of Thorns and The Testaments, and I kind of want to sit down and enjoy Sorcery of Thorns, so maybe I'll go for The Testaments because I kind of want to just speed through this, get it over and done with, because I've been wanting to read it for so long. Like, I don't remember the last time it had the dust jacket on it, as bad as that sounds. Yeah, maybe this one. I don't know how much time I have left. I'm not that far into it, honestly. I think I'm on page 47. That's so sad. It says at 3 times speed I have 3 hours and 57 minutes, so like 4 hours of listening. I mean, I could do that today if I really tried, but I really don't want to try. I'll do it anyways. Here's my plan. The Testaments. Okay, setting up my reading journal, The Testaments. I low-key, here's what the crisis I'm going through. I've been watching a lot of bullet journal videos, and I've come up with a couple of ideas that I want to do next year. Like I don't want to start it now because I want it to be like a yearly thing, and I don't think I would be able to do it now because like this year's like almost all done, so I'm gonna want to start it next year. So I want to like make all my pages for reading journals for the rest of the year so I can set up next year's already, so that I still have the ideas in my head before I forget. So it's like kind of a crisis, but also not really. I don't know how else to describe it. I'm just having a weird time, you know? Oh well. Update you later. Alright, I have to end the vlog, which I totally forgot to do because I filmed on Sunday and I was like, oh my gosh, and start the next vlog because we're splitting August into 2 parts, and then September I think will just be like 1 vlog because things get busy again. Just kind of as we're finishing off, I am focusing on The Testaments right now, and I'm very much enjoying it. I won't tell you how far I got because I don't remember and where I was when I last filmed, so whatever you just saw basically. But I'm really enjoying it since I've read it some more. I'll talk about it more in the next vlog because I should start that. Oops, that's my bad. It's been like a busy week, so things have been a little bit crazy. I have too many cuttings of this plant. Oh my gosh. Lord, oh shit. I just got rid of 2 cuttings and there are still 2 cuttings in there, and I thought one was really tiny, but it's a lot bigger than I originally hoped. Anyways, thank you for coming on this new hair journey with me also and enjoying reading. I don't know what's gonna happen next vlog, but I'm just hoping for the best, you know? We're hoping for the best. We're doing the most. It's a lot of stuff going on. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was enjoyable. Please let me know if there's anything you want me to change, something that's super weird, or something you want me to keep doing that I've been adding in that's new, because I have added some new stuff, and I love feedback. Thank you. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. So goodbye.